Hi, guys. Hello, happy September to you. I'm a little late to the party. There was a leak in the master bathroom powder room, so I'm a little bit late. All right, let's see if I can get this to refresh. Hope everyone's having a great beginning to your September, and we have a full moon. Hi, Carla. Hi, Larry girl. I just announced to everyone I had a leak in the powder room, so I'm a little late to the party, but at least I found it, right? And it was really good that it happened today because this weekend I have grand fur baby watching duties for the holiday weekend. So I'll be watching two big black Labradors named Captain and Sailor. So they're my beloved grand fur babies. Hi, everyone. Happy September 1st. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so several of you gave me quite a few questions to go over, and we'll do that. But I wanted to talk about this full moon. My goodness, I talked about it a little bit in the last video, but it is a full moon in Pisces. And so our dreams will be heightened. You might astral travel. It's this evening if you are on the Pacific coast, and early wee hours of the morning tomorrow morning if you're on Eastern Standard Time. So heightened dreams, heightened emotions. Watch out. There could be house leaks like I just had. Can you even imagine if that were? No, we're not going to imagine that. It's good it happened now and not this weekend. All right. So I'm very grateful for that. Woohoo. It is a full moon, so you want to sage your house and you want to sweep your house, whether it's a new moon or full moon. I like to sweep. That's just a really great ritual to do, to just cleanse it out, whether you're finishing up with that full moon or beginning with the new. And put your crystals out to charge them and do your gratitude list so you can raise your vibration. It just does. In the world of quantum physics, which our rational minds just can't conceptualize, gratitude lists lift your vibration. Everyone can see it. Everyone's more drawn to you. And we got the star card today on the way of positive change, Facebook and Instagram. So I know it's working. All right, so I just realized I didn't turn off my phone. So I'm going to go do that because of Murphy's Law. So let me just grab that. All right, let's see. Perfect. All right. Also, I wanted to remind you that on September 9th, Mars in Aries goes retrograde, which adds a splash of more emotions and possibly shooting from the hip without thinking about it first. So really watch your emotions. Focus on the gratitude list so that when those subjects or those hot button issues come up, you are more balanced than the other person. All right, believe me, it works. It works, but the dark side does not want you to become more enlightened. So they will try to get you to do 13 loads of laundry before you do your gratitude list. All right, and it goes retrograde September 9th, which is next week, and it stays through November 13th. So we have to be ready for that. Okay. Wow. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me here. I'm going to try to go live again, perhaps Friday before I go over to the kids' house. And I just want to remind everyone that I'm doing the $25 reading special and for half hour, and you can email me at thewayofpositivechange@gmail.com to schedule your reading, whether it's this week, next week, or the week after that. Okay, so I want to start the first reading. I think that's all of the announcements I wanted to make. I do have one other really important one later, but we'll see. All right, and I will ask some private questions at the very end. And T-Barb, one of the moderators, thanks to all the moderators, T-Barb, Larry Girl, and Jules, thank you so much. But we're going to answer about 4 or 5 personal questions. And you can do a super chat sticker if you want to help give a boosty boost for answering your question, if you'd like. Okay. All right. So, but you have to put T-Barb suggested that you put a capital Q before your question. And please don't put the questions in now. Stay in the chat room until the very end. I'll tell you when. If you want to type it out and then push send to post it, then go ahead and do that. Okay, but not now. Thank you so much. All right, so the first one is for all of us. What do we really need to focus on with this full moon in Pisces and with Mars and Aries going retro on the 9th for quite a while, right through election time? What do we need to know? Let's do it. Happy Tuesday, Mari. At the end of the last, thank you, Larry. All right, what do we need? Oops, magician came out. So remember, you are the magician. Channel that energy. It's going to be a very intuitive, psychic time for you with a full moon in Pisces. And I believe that Neptune is aspected well to that as well this coming week. I watched Rick Levine. Well, I listened to him on the way back, driving back from my beach walk this morning. What do we all need to know to help us raise our vibration? Be careful. What's most important for us to know? All right, let's see. Okay, so doing your gratitude list is going to be really, really important. We need to lift our self-esteem. We have the 5 of Pentacles here. If you know, try to help your friend too. Try to keep the vibrations high. Be thankful for what you have. I know a lot of people are struggling. And we send prayers and love. I sent special prayers out at the ocean when I was walking today. Again, for everyone that's been affected by the fires or Hurricane Laura, anywhere, or there's the unemployment, which is just so snarky here in Florida. It's just crazy. For everyone. Okay, so give a boost to your self-esteem. Also give yourself a boost in faith, because it's one of the only church windows in the tarot. There are 2. All right. And this is very important. Remember that the second card in the Celtic cross is the card of challenge. So what's our challenge? What's yours? What's your challenge? Your challenge is to embrace the 9 of Wands, but also don't be full force with this. So don't take things overly personally. Be careful not to put your shield up so far that you're taking everything as a personal remark when it's probably not even intended that way. And you don't need to attack anyone. You don't need to, hit them with that stick, just because you're wounded from the past. We're all wounded they're wounded on the other side because they think that we're evil, right? That's what they're fed from their news. Okay, so this is really important. So that's the challenge. So we need to defend and raise our vibration, but don't take things personally. Remember, that's just probably not the way they're thinking at all. Do I have that down enough? Okay. All right. Try to keep things very simple, You may feel that right now we're hopeful. We have a lot of hope and faith for the upcoming election. Keep that optimism going and keep things very simple. Don't yes, thank you, Larry. Don't overdo this. Don't take on anybody else's stuff. Protect your private space. If you want to think of the 9 of Wands as protecting your private space, do that. Just don't hit anybody. And just don't take on too much. Okay, don't do anybody else's work. Keep it simple. Stay in the day that you're in and keep it simple. And remember, that goes all the way to November 13th. Good Lord. Okay. Remember to communicate. This is very good. And most importantly, say your positive affirmations. So I know there are quite a few of us, there's quite a few of you that I read for, and myself personally, that are really revving up, are taking really extra good care of our spiritual mind, body, and spirit. And we're trying to, lose a little weight and really do the exercise and really eat, make healthy choices. I know there's so many of you that we're all doing it together, but these positive affirmations will really lift up. Say it, fake it till you make it. Just keep saying it. Do those Louise Hay affirmations. Look into the mirror and tell yourself how great you are and how special you are. All right. And then there's going to be snafus. There's there's going to be some more QAnon stuff and anarchy stuff and unexpected stuff. And we've got to ride the wave. Stay in the day that you're in. Build up your independence. Build up your vibration. Again, those positive affirmations and gratitude list. I can't tell you enough. If you've never started a gratitude journal, do it now. Force yourself. Okay. Keep your bills very simple. Don't make a whole bunch of extra purchases unless you're going to ask for a reading, of course. I'm just kidding, you guys. Okay, gotta keep our sense of humor. Okay, 3 of Cups. So celebrate the small steps. Celebrate the small milestones. Every time we have something very small, like, Judge Sullivan and the Flynn thing in Barr, that was all blown out of the water, and they're going to go with Sullivan ruling. So that's a small success, right? It's huge, but it's small, but let's celebrate. Celebrate everything. Celebrate that you have food on the table. Celebrate that you have money to put in the bank. Celebrate that you have bills to pay. Thank God for your electric bill, because you actually have electricity. And there are some people in Iowa that still don't have electricity, and Louisiana. All right, so we have to celebrate, and then just cut yourself free from the drama. You may need to spend a little time in study, and just in that higher vibration, you may have to cut out others. Just keep it simple and cut out the drama. You may spend a little more time by yourself, but that's okay, because we have a really great group, and there are a lot of really wonderful, beautiful readers like Becca and Johnny and Jen Lynn, and they all make us laugh, and Lena. And so, she makes me crack up so hard. I'll be outside and the neighbors will be like, what is she laughing at? All right, so celebrate the small and keep yourself free. Use your sword and your level of discernment to be able to cut yourself free from the drama that others make. All right. Is there anything else we need to know? I know, Connie, me too. I so try to stay awake on Sunday nights, but I'm such an early riser that those late night, I end up falling asleep. All right, the world. So literally reach out and touch everybody. Talk to people in the chat room. Talk to people on the internet. Think worldly. Think world peace. Make a crystal grid with a little globe or a picture of, draw the picture of the earth and put, crystal points into it. Think global. Okay, so that's going to be really big. Universal. Because we can create change. We just have to. You're strong, you're smart, you're beautiful, and you have the wisdom. The 9 of Pentacles tells us, and this is how we're seeing in this 8th place in the Celtic cross. This is how we're seeing we have the tools to do this. We have to remain confident. That's the biggest thing. So don't fall for the fox noise. Don't do it. No, don't do it. All right. Okay, let's look at some of the questions. All right, so I know we're on track because my TV just turned itself on and off and on. So I have to turn it off. Second snafu of the day. We're getting signs all over the place. All right. Wow. Okay. Sometimes that happens in readings when we're really hitting a big, important message of people. Okay. All right, let's see. What's the first question? So we know what we need to know. So there's never been a more important time to raise your vibration with gratitude lists, sweeping your house, keeping it simple, and celebrating small success. All right, I want to know how successful Pootie will be. Thank you, Jules. Fuzzy four-legged queen. What kind of dog is it, Jules? All right, so let's take a look. What is EWAT? All right. Okay, so, you know what? I'm going to switch. I want to ask about where is the president supposed to speak right now? He is in Paul wanted to know how will DJT's visit in Kenosha be? All right, let's ask that. How will it go in Kenosha? He's making his presence known whether he's wanted or not. So they asked him not to come because the last thing they need. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. I love you guys too. You've been such a lifeline. All right. So the Page of Swords tried to come out there. So there's going to be a lot of negative chatty gossip around this that it really amounts to nothing. So he's going to say something snarky too. There you go. Yep. All right. How will Kenosha react to DJT's visit? Will he be well received or not? Okay, here we go. Ready? Some people will just walk away from him. They don't want to. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it, and I wish you wouldn't speak it. So, just turning away. Thank you, Miss Astrid. So there will be some rioting there. There will be some protests. I hope that right wing, we're going to ask about that Patriot Prayer founder group. Yeah, so there's going to be problems there. Tower card, it's on its side, so it's not as strong. So that's good. There's his patience and persistence. And the Wheel of Fortune, he thought, oh, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to make it all better. Well, he's going to try to reach out to say he's protecting everyone, you know, and he's specifically trying to get to the women in the suburbs there. Yeah, he's going to try to reach out into the emotions of people. He's going to try to touch on the emotions. Now, if we take this, remember this is the big water card, King of Cups. He'll be askew a little bit with that Page of Swords that came out. And this is also, you know, he's trying to, the King of Cups can never follow through. He just has a big follow through problem. It's aspected negatively by the sideways Tower. He acts like he's, you know, just coming to save the day. And some people are going to say they are very happy that he's there. He is going to go home and think about what he did, or the response or lack thereof. Okay, so he is going to make sure that there are people there that really welcome him. It's a show. It's false, but it's a show. Okay. It's rigged. So they're making sure that it's just like how they had people speak at the DNC, or they had tapings of people and put it on, not the DNC, excuse me, the RNC, that weren't even aware they were going to be on there or taped for that. So it's rigged. And it will perhaps even surprise that people will be there. He's arranging to make sure people ahead of time, they made a plan that there will be women in particular. There's specific women. It's for the reach of women and children, and it's a trick. Okay. All right. Yeah, right. But we got the Empress and the Three of Cups, so that means there will be women there that will speak to say, oh yes, he's definitely welcome. Whatever. I didn't drink enough water today. All right. I also wanted to ask, because there's more speculation that Pence remember when DJT was rushed up to Walter Reed, there's more speculation that, Pence was told he would need to possibly be on alert to take over presidential duties if DJT had to have anesthesia. I would like to know if he had a stroke. So we're going to look into that. Uh-oh. We'll ask about our troops too. Thank you. Thank you, Sherry. Okay, DJT's health. Did he have a stroke? What happened when he went to Walter Reed? We want clarification with that. What happened? Hi, Cappy's mom. How you doing? Okay. Did he have a stroke? Oh, sorry, Cappies. I didn't know Autumn was on. And I know who Milu is. I don't follow him. Sometimes I've seen some of his things. I do like to watch Autumn. I didn't know she was on. Sorry, Autumn. I had a change of plans. If you're just joining me, I'm going to be Grand Fur Baby sitting this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or whatever. So, wow. Okay, so this goes back to DJT going to Walter Reed. There's the building. They're keeping it under wraps. They're keeping it under control. There was a very important decision to make. Well, he did something that wasn't smart. Now, you know what that is. And he regretted it. Something definitely happened, and they said, okay, well, that's not good, but we've got these chances over here that it might be okay. So they made the deal, whisk him away. Wow. All right, the snow, here's a little trick and tip. The snow in the Five of Pentacles can be some of that stuff, can be addictions, especially if it's around the Devil card. Okay, so I don't think he did. I don't think he had a stroke. I think it was something else. Maybe his pressure. Thank you, Alexandra. Thank you so much. Perhaps his pressure bottomed out. Yeah, this is more like a system failure of some other kind. Because if he had had a clot, he'd have to be put on TPN and stuff like that. So this makes more sense to me. I think this is a direct result of something he did, and they're keeping it under wraps. All right. Is there anything else we need to know about that? And then he was okay. He rebounded. Probably with some Narcan. Okay, yeah, he was off balance. And it probably made him lose his balance, and he may have combined when the temperance card. Thank you, Miss Cindy. When we get the temperance card, many times that's combining two elements into one, making a compound or a compounded problem for him, or a problem to the 10th degree, right? Okay. I'm so excited to go watch the Grand Fur babies. I love them. And they love me too, because I always play with them. And I took care of them when they were little bitty puppies, and now they're really big, and I always come out with battles. But I get wounds every single time. Not that they're jumping on me, but we play fetch with big palm fronds and huge things that I can't throw very well. And we run around, and, they tackle me, and it's cool. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and ask about the Patriot Prayer founder group. Are they going to escalate violence and protests? The Patriot Prayer founder group. Thank you, Prairie. Patriot Prayer, founder group. So they are going to try to stick their nose into everything. They're going to try to insert themselves everywhere that they can. They believe they're holding the sword of justice that actually, of course, belongs to the Lady of the Lake and King Arthur, which would be Biden. Okay. All right. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Okay. All right. So let's see. Patriot Prayer founder group. Are they going to continue to make big problems? What are they doing? All right. Well, they're trying to, be behind that Roman Catholic shield, They're trying to, how about that Falwell? We saw him. If you've been with me for some time, that was coming. We knew that was coming with or without Cohen. It was coming. I don't know, he was coming down. All right. Yeah, they may be hiding behind the robe of the priest or what have you. But the people that are involved in this are on their side. So not necessarily coming from they're hiding behind it, and they don't belong to this so-called prayer thing. Well, that's icky. So we have to listen to what they say and where they say they're from and what portion or part of, where they're coming from has nothing to do with love and the promise of the beautiful part of prayer. So they're not. That's got nothing to do with what they're doing. They've divorced themselves of that. And it's actually run by Pootie. So, and I think we'll try to ask about Facebook too. I think that's in my list. And they're trying to get to younger people especially. So they're trying to really engage them, the younger people. That's what it's all about. With hope that they're doing the right thing and that promise for a bright future. So that's how you groom them, right? Like they're giving them special information, but it's opposite of what the actual truth is. And there's many young people that actually have goals that have nothing to do with what these. So let's hope that this portion will outweigh. I believe they will. But this is definitely Pootie working with DJT. So they're going to have a good deal of success here. And it's probably through things like Twitter and Facebook that won't take things down. That could also be social media and more light being shown on it. But we'll ask about if they'll get cut down. There's that sword again at the end. It won't work for them. We don't have a card of huge celebration up here. We just have a card of being paid to perform, basically, to perform with the arts. The cups are arts. So it's money and Pootie and getting into the, performing and getting into the social arts and trying to get to the young people. But this isn't at the top. So they don't have this grand victory. Okay. And I'm going to say that there will be people that joined this thinking it was of this certain direction and knew immediately that was false. And that will come to the light this month as well, because this is my Virgo card. Okay. Well, it's the Virgo card, the Hermit. All right. So that's better than but there still is some measure of success there. They're still getting away with something. It will work, just not huge victory. Okay. Well, yeah, and that's the ridiculous thing, because anyone that's actually read the Bible, the New Testament, knows that Jesus didn't shame anyone. In fact, it was quite the opposite. Completely opposite. All right. All right, I want to go back to I want to talk about Don Jr. and we're all going to talk about the Hatch Act and everything. But I want to see if we're any closer, if we're any closer to Don Jr. Getting indicted and going down. Because every time I ask about Kushner and Don Jr., Kushner gets it worse, but Don Jr., I think, is raising the stakes. Okay. What's this? Yep. On a scale from 0 to 10, we're at 7 for this evolving. And this was over offers, deals, bribes. Okay. That were unbalanced. How about those eyeballs in the RNC, right? Wow. I can't believe that. All right. Don Jr. Is he getting in trouble soon? Yes or no? Yes or no? All right. Same card, the Hierophant. Oh my gosh. Well, he just keeps trying to put it that he's in that evangelical lane. Whoop. Now he's not moving forward so well. Moving forward advances on its side. It gets held up. Now, someone's approaching him and saying, wait a second. Nope, we're going to get you on that. King of Cups, there's the 7 again. All right, we are going to, when we get the 2 of Pentacles at the top, crowning the reading, then there are several issues, but 2 in particular that are going to give him some nightmares. Boy, he thinks he is it. You know, the Chariot has an ego the size of Texas, you know. And here's the Club. He thinks he's very powerful and he can beat this back and beat this back. And indeed he has, or his dad has, or Billy Barr has. Now there's some deep thought going into this. Now he's got to plan some strategy because he's not going to be able to move forward. So he knows there's trouble. He gets notified trouble is on the horizon. He's hoping he gets to be free from it with the Sun. And then Judgment. Woo! We're closer. We are close. We can smell it. Okay. All right. Oh, not too far. 8 weeks or less. So we got a 7 here with the 7 of Wands and an 8 with 8 of Wands. So 7 to 8 weeks. We're 3/4 of the way there. He's almost run the whole gamut. We are very, very close. 2 biggies. 2. All right. He can't go forward. So that's really great. Okay. James just said something. I just read it. All right, Mr. J. Okay. All right. All right, so we're going to go ahead and address the troops. There's Pumpy, sending out the troops because, you know, if they start a WAR or maneuvers, it's very hard to get the president out that has command over that. Pompey broke the Hatch Act. Oh, yeah, okay, they're trying to make a deal with somebody else. It's like somebody else is it's going to be caused by one of our alliances, and we're going to go help them. All right, so let's see. As Pompeo and DJT sending out troops. Hi, Sharon. Send our troops being deployed. Our temperature's really going up. Are you guys sweltering with heat there? Okay, it's gossip and scuttlebutt first. Okay, so we won't, remember, we're going to do our best to stay calm. Somebody's going to get their knickers all up in a twist, though. That's your twist your knickers if you're not careful card. Page of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. This is news. Developing news that isn't as it seems. So we have to wait for the dust to settle. You know me, you know I call this the Page of Swords card. You know, the Page of Swords card, I call it the fish tank card. When the Page of Swords is there, it's like when the fish get in a fight and they kick up all the silt and you have to wait until the silt comes down to see which fish won and which fish lost a fin. They're going to say, first of all, this is a game of manipulation and words with the Magician. They're going to say someone took advantage of somebody, or something wasn't fair, or somebody attacked somebody, a sneak attack, secret. It was a secret sneak. Wow, that's really something when you get the high priestess and the magician. And Pootie. So Pootie's whispering, you know where. That's the mother brush. Okay, overseas. Doggone it. For defense. It's a false sense of responsibility to someone else. We have no business putting our nose into it or bothering. And so it's not a healthy situation. It's dirty dealings. I mean, come on. The magician, the high priestess, the devil. And this is my Pootie card. Because if you take, really, you guys, when you're looking at Pootie and him playing shirtless polo, that's more of the characteristic or archetype that the King of Wands embodies. He's a sports dude. So, like the King of Pentacles isn't that, and the King of Cups doesn't know how to get off his throne and stop drinking out of his goblet, So the King of Wands is Mr. Sports. And the King of Swords is, more like the lawyer and the scientist and the doctor. Okay, so that's what's going to happen with that. So there's a problem. We're involved with somebody we shouldn't be involved with, of course. They're going to say that there was some sort of sneaky something and that we have to go surveil this or go help someone or... So the answer is yes. And there's a lot of speculation and secretive Pootie associated stuff with it. Okay. Belarus. Yes, Belarus. Hopefully they will be. A traitor's a traitor. Yeah, somebody else said that you had to be like in a war to be a traitor. No, you don't. Traitor's a traitor. Okay. All right. Let's go back to the beginning. Well, we're on the subject of Pootie. How successful will Pootie in Russia be in sabotaging our presidential election with Facebook and Twitter and things of that nature? How successful will Pootie be with sabotaging our presidential election for November 3rd? Yeah, we're going to ask about Michael Schmidt's book because Paul gave me that question too. All right, how successful will Pootie be? Oh, he thinks he's going to dance. Oh, but this is good. This is really good. The 9 of Pentacles is on its side, so he will not feel as confident. And he does not feel, remember, this is the base of the Celtic cross. So he doesn't feel as confident as he did before. That's good. Okay, that's great. Great news. He's still trying to hatch a plan. 4 of Swords. He already got caught with something. He got separated from having an outcome that he desired to have. That's also very good. But he's still looking at how he can help break the laws, because he's trying to avoid the law, trying to get around it with deals and alliances. And these people that we're asking specifically about social media. Social media has a choice. You know, if you look at the Lover's card, the female is looking up at the healing angel Raphael, or will she join hands with this person over here and make that choice? They have a choice. Who will they make their alliances with? Who will butter their bread? And they will, because overseas and internet are trying. Yes, they are. Oh, yes. Oops. Okay, now there is some success here, but this will go to court. This will be the part of the intel report, whether Radcliffe gives it or not. They'll be brought to a very special. They'll be alerted that these alliances and choices are happening, and they're going to bring legal proceedings. This is going to the special room. Remember, this is the special assembly. This can be during the time, well, it's the justice card, but it can be the time of Libra as well, with the scales there. They will have a special meeting about this, and there will be a ruling. So what's on the bottom? And then DJ will be involved in that as well. So that's going to take a while, though. So there is some measure. There's some measure for Pootie. She's not completely foiled. It's not like this is up here. And this is hopes and fears. You know, this is hopes and fears for Pootie. It's not up here as the outcome card. Alliances will be, there will be they'll put more sanctions. There's good judgments to come. So there's some measure, but he is not as confident as he was. That's really great. They have to take as the challenge to get this good positive outcome is to take up the challenge card. Okay, yeah, cyber. Okay. All right. All right, since we were speaking about Radcliffe and his being told that he will not be informing the House and Senate intel before the election, is he going down? What's going to happen to Radcliffe after his announcement? The King of Swords tried to pop out there, so there's going to be a legal ruling on that. They'll have a meeting over that too, and he'll have to lawyer up, won't he? Is Radcliffe how much trouble is Radcliffe getting into? Thank you, Linda Mack. The Pootie's not as confident. All right, Radcliffe. He's hoping nobody will look at his actions. Oh my God. That's hysterical. How much trouble will Radcliffe be in? The rat. The rat. Boy, He's wishing he didn't have to go out and say that. He's already having some regrets. So that's good. Yep, he's hoping they don't shine a light on that and that they don't do a probe into that. He's hoping. That's the challenge. Our challenge is to probe into that, you know. Where does that come from? Did he just get up one fine morning and decide he was just not going to do that any longer? Or did Pootie whisper, we're just going to come up with Pootie all day long? We'll see. Hopefully a subpoena will show up, like in the form of the Page of Pentacles or something written, Jay. He's already thinking about the strategy he's going to have to take. Yeah, there's these two just keep showing up. Pootie's all over this. Pootie and Rush, they're all over it. The oligarchs got their hands in this at the root and at the crown. So he will be either separated from his job, or he's going to be deeply saddened for his actions. I think he's going to be terminated. That means you don't get to continue something. You're separated from whatever you're doing. You'd be given another job, probably. He thinks he's going to be victorious. He's hoping nobody. He's hoping. Ooh, he's a wishing upon a star. The club will come down on him, so he is going to get into trouble. He has a little bit of leverage before this happens, though, and he's going to work it. He will work it. You know, they do these criminal things, and then it takes us forever to get, you know, Falwell was doing this during Trump's first campaign, and it took this long for all of it to come out. And so we're going to be together through these proceedings. He's trying to hold control, but he's not going to be able to. He's going to have a problem. But the people that are getting paid by the oligarchs and the promises, you know, the people that are Manafort and the Flynns and the Jim Jordans and the Meadows and all, you know, they're going to try to push this forward. But he's facing a big problem. They may move him and say maybe he made a mistake. They may move him to a different department. That is an option that they have, some sort of strategy to try to keep him. He was recommended for something else and failed because he lied or something, right? Lonnie Avanza, poor boy. All right. We should, Stephen Haggerty, we should try to do that with Jen and Becca and Johnny. I'm supposed to do a collaboration with Jen Lynn either this week or next week. She's checking we texted yesterday, she's checking her schedule. So yeah, we should plan that. We should do that. That would be great. All right. All right, let's see about, let's go back to Pompeo. Is he going to get in trouble for violating the Hatch Act you know, they moved Conway when she did it. She lost her position immediately when not immediately, when she had done it like the 9th time. And then they finally brought it to the attention of everybody else. Then she finally got moved. We did a good job. Our guides and angels really helped with that. That was a good video. That was a year ago. I did that video in my little office. All right. I hope to get to go back to my office soon. But thank you guys so much for being here for me. I'll still see you there. All right, Pompeo, is he in trouble or not? Is Pompeo in trouble for violating the Hatch Act? Or is he going to escape for a while? I know we all saw the comments on the 17-year-old, right? That was just... Trump knows exactly what he's doing. He's trying to incite more injustice, riots, protests. He wants the unrest. Pompeo is still saying, I have to control things, so I don't have time to listen to your subpoenas and things like that. He's going to claim, defense, and I got to go. I got to defend. I have to hold my club. I got to go. I have to talk to the troops. I have a job to do. He knew he was not doing the right thing. It's only a little bit. He says, I have to work. He is going to get in trouble, though. It may not be everything all about the Hatch Act, but he is going to get in trouble, and he's going to be stuck, and he's going to be forced to testify. And hopefully they'll have an actual attorney there. But he's going to lie like the devil. Just lie. That's the Billy Barr card. Everybody knows that. And then that's the DJT affiliate card, the DJT Mickey Mouse group card, and insult to Mickey Mouse. He's going to get stuck. He's going to get trapped. He's not going to know which way to turn. So he's going to be cornered, which is really, really good, because then you don't have this sense of power. So he's going to play, and this could be not only the Hatch Act, but a bribe that he took money. So we're closer to him getting in trouble. He's going to get in trouble. September is proving to be very exciting, isn't it? Now, how long it takes for all that to come about, that 8 could mean 8 months. David, the 8 of Swords is a prison card, so that could very well be. All right, now. All right, so Barr said he's going to do an October surprise. John Durham's report. Trump said on Fox News that Barr will go down in history as being the best head of Department of Justice if he decides to drop this report before the election. Hey, Chen Lin, I was just talking about you. They were saying in the chat that we should all get together, Becca and Johnny and you, or maybe I can be in the chat room even if I'm not on with you guys, but that we can maybe have an election night party or something so we can help each other control our emotions. Okay. All right, so I was asking about, don't lose track, Lori. Okay. Barr's October. Will he drop? Is his surprise dropping the John Durham report? Yes or no, please? Will Barr drop the John Durham report? Is that his October surprise? Yes or no? Well, we did a reading, and I think Jen and Johnny and Becca did a reading that we wouldn't know the full results. We would intuitively know, but it wouldn't be matter of fact that night. But we can at least help each other emotionally. We can hold hands We can virtually hold hands together. Okay. Well, Bar's thinking about it. He's thinking about dropping that report and doing a deal. He's not sure if he should wait or not. Boy. Slow but steady, patience, persistence. Will it be ready? Two aces, the change of places, lying. Of course he's lying. This is also avoiding something. Like there's more research that has to be done. That there's more research being gathered in another place. Let's look for that. I'll have to try to mark this video for exactly what he'll say in that speech. I'm not getting that he'll have all the information to be able to drop it. There's almost like a lead in and avoidance and saying they're gathering, or like how he goes in and misrepresents like the Mueller report. And so there'll be some sort of speech that this is forthcoming, that they have a special envoy searching for something that it's, you'll have to be patient. It's going to be a big prize. It's going to be a big gift. Thank you, Miss Laura. He doesn't have all the confidence to do this. He just, there's a snafu with this. Wow, I wonder if he's going to do double duty and get paid not to do it. Ooh, stay tuned for that. That is not exactly what I expected, because I know there's a little something, there is a little snag in that report that does affect Biden. But this is, I don't have everything. I'm not confident. And being left out in the cold, so that's, I'm liking that. It's going to take longer than what they thought. Months. I look at that Ace of Cups too. You can just say it like it's a gift, and you'll have to stay tuned. It's very important. There's reason to believe that this, and this is there. Perhaps like the Comey thing with the emails and the server. Good grief. All right. Did I just say good grief? I did. Okay. All right. What else? How long have we been? Okay, 63 minutes, so we're good. All right. Karen wanted to know on the community page. I usually try when I know my schedule changed because I got doggy duty coming up, but I usually post on the community page. Each reader has a place where they can post on the community page on their channel that I'm going to go on at a certain time or a certain date, and then I ask for your questions there. So Karen asked, will DJT ever go to jail or see the inside of a cell? I don't think he'd even, if he doesn't go to jail himself, I don't think he would even visit anybody there. Of course, don't have to. Will he be put into an actual jail cell? Yes or no, please. Oh man, will DJT ever actually be put into a jail cell? Like he did to the kids. Will he be put in a jail cell? Yes or no? Will he ever? And in that last reading, I saw that there were a couple of very important people that were going to go to heaven. So If you watched that last reading, it looked like significance of male and female. Of course, we just lost the I'm sorry, his name escapes me, the Black Panther star and the star of so many very moving tributes, shows, movies. What a stellar dude, and I can't remember his name. Sorry, I had it and it left. Okay. All right, so will he see the cell? He's getting help from overseas. They're saying, don't worry, you can come over here. You can escape. Oh, boy. Yeah, they're saying, no, you can just come live here. You don't have to stay there. So he'll be a huge flight risk. He'll just try to go somewhere else. Going somewhere else. Somewhere I know. Someone's going to try to help me. He'll be saying, help me, that's for sure. The alliance with the pootie is where it goes. That's where it comes from. All those deals. Meals on Wheels from Pootie. Oh boy, this is gonna be a shell game. It's like, can we get him on this or this? There's like so many. This is that. This is also the whack-a-mole game. Where there's just so many things. There's so many. They don't even know where to begin. Yeah, he's just going to leave. He's going to go to another country. He's out. He's out. He's going to leave. I don't think he's going to actually see the inside of a cell. He's going to be very worried, though. He's not going to know what to do. He and Pompeo are not going to know what to do. They just will not. They're going to be sitting on the fence with their actions. But then there's a big kaboom with towers on the bottom. It's not up here at the top. So this is just added. It's just adding to the venue, adding some emotion and things. But he hopes he can wiggle his way out of it. He's not sure where he's going to go, but he's going to try to flee. So that's not a jail card. However, that is being stuck and not knowing what to do, and he'll be forced into making a choice that he doesn't want to make. He's not going to want to leave. This person in the 2 doesn't want to look at and has to address an ugly subject or topic. It's unpleasant. They don't want to do it. They don't want to look at it. He will be forced to face the truth, make a decision. Okay. Oh, really? Yeah, well, that's too bad. Tiffany could have stayed clear. Yeah, David, probably. Okay. What else have we got? All right. What will be the reaction to Michael Schmidt's, Paul asked, what will be the reaction to Michael Schmidt's new book on Don McGahn and the Mueller report? I have not, Benny. I think I asked about that last time, right? All right, let me Let me ask this first. What will be the reaction to Michael Schmidt's new book? It's like Trump versus something, America or something, right? What will be the reaction to Michael Schmidt's new book, Don McGahn and Mueller, with the Don McGahn and Mueller reports information? They were all talking about it on MSNBC last night, yesterday. I had to watch the little clips from it. Well, it's certainly full of true insights. There is revealing truths in this. The Queen of Swords is on the bottom, so I'm not sure exactly how much action will be taken. It may bring up some things to be investigated with this card. And that's what he would like to do. Just getting it out thrilled him. Food for thought with that Four of Swords. It shines a light on what we knew were already lies with the Queen of Cups. The challenge is to get to the truth with that Queen of Swords. That it just brings up. This is where the thank you, me, myself, and I. Thank you. I'm so grateful for you. Page of Swords really stirs the water up. Really stirs it up. He's confident. He's coming up at the root as the Nine of Pentacles. Now, there could be subpoenas coming or going through finally, perhaps with McGahn and what have you. I'm not so sure it's the result of the book, but just following through with some action. More involvement about the overseas. So I'm already seeing some subpoenas that are already in action. He feels good about revealing the truth, but I think they're already addressing some of these things. I'm not sure. It's going to get a lot of negative publicity from, of course, the other side. Perhaps there could be one indictment for somebody that had to do with something with the overseas involvement with that Six of Swords. It will be very enlightening. You may not know. They're really just going, when it comes to DJT and Pootie, there are so many things that it's really going to come down to picking the most important articles, like they did for the impeachment. There's every time they whack one mole, another one pops up, so they just keep getting more and more and more. There's so many arteries to this octopus, Wow. Terry, that is entirely possible. That's a good question. Why don't we ask that? I like that, just throwing that question out like that. I have to write it down so I don't lose track. So, MBS and Jared. MBS and Jared, are they sitting in a tree? That's the nature of the relationship between MBS and Jared. It's a hydra. Stephen, that's great. That's great. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Oops. What is the nature of the relationship between Jared and MBS? It is a good question, right? Me, myself, and I. MBS and Jared, what is the nature of their relationships? Is there anything sexual to that? Can we ask that? We can. What does Lena say? Too much news and not enough gossip. When she gets back home, I'm going to email her and see if she'll. Well, they think about each other. They're thinking about making plans. Remember, Four of Swords is the knight who goes to his room up in the tower and thinks about his plan for the next day or the battle in the morning. Oop. They're sticking together. It's the Five of Pentacles. They could be dealing in drugs. That's an all-out possibility. MBS and Jared. Let's keep shuffling. Gotta do it both ways. My goodness. They're waiting for each other. Sorry. Sorry, Terry. She just kind of led me there. All right. I'll try to keep my... Okay. Let's remain neutral and see what the guides, our guides and angels, have to say. MBS and Jared. And if you're just joining us, we did a reading on the full moon tonight and tomorrow. It's very important. It could be very emotional. And then we go into Mars going retrograde in Aries for all the way through in November. So we have to stay very balanced, and we have to do lots of gratitude lists. MBS and Jared. Okay. Okay. Well, all right. Now, if you've ever studied Aleister Crowley's Thoth deck, the strength card is known as the card of lust. Okay? Just saying that. So there is an attraction. They are very attracted to each other. Now, is that friends, or is there, something more? They have fun together. But family lines are drawn here. So they know that somebody wouldn't approve. Somebody from MBS's family doesn't approve of him, or because we sure know there aren't lines on the Kush's side. I'm going to say that MBS broke rank with family because the Ten of Cups is on its side to start this new deal. Again, they're working together. They're putting a plan together. One cup, the Two of Cups and the Temperance card. Exchange of money. The family of MBS is not happy about this. They don't like it. Yeah, you scratch my scratch. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Bill Gates and his relationship with Jeff. Okay. All right. Thanks, Renee. Okay. This to me means that this is a karmic relationship, and these two could very well have been involved with each other in a previous lifetime. Okay, thank you. Remember how we got this on its side for Don Jr.? Now it's Kushner's trying to move forward with this. There will be light shown on this, and I'm going to say by the end of the year, we're going to know more about this, the nature of their dealings with each other. Now, I don't have the Lover's card. However, I do have the strength. They are very, they're very attracted to each other. They really like each other, and were probably drawn to each other because their souls recognized that they had dealings. MBS is the prince of the Saudi prince. Okay. One may have made some sort of overture or offer to the other, but yet they remain, they don't act on it. So there's an underlying attraction, but it isn't acted on. Okay. They're trying to keep it just business, What's on the bottom. Because there are other, there's other people involved. There is, Ivanka, and then MBS probably has a harem or something, right? Family has something to say with that. I don't know how. That's just what I'm getting, and that's my job. Now, if this would have come up there, but Lord, look out. All right. Okay, let's see. All right, so this, I think I'm going to do, we've got about 10 more minutes of political questions. And thank you, guys. Thanks again to the moderators. I am writing a book, you guys. I'm thinking about making just one book with 2 big sections in it, one separate for tarot for love and romance and relationships, or if I'm going to do 2 books, like Lori's tricks and tips, tarot tips and tips for lovers, sex, relationships, romance, and then one for, everyday life that doesn't have to deal with that. I think I'm going to do 2. So I'm putting them together, it or them or whatever. I'll announce when I get closer. I do have the person that's going to do the editing and the artwork. All right. All right. I squirreled there. Sorry, you guys. All right, let's take a look at Renee's question. Let's just look at Bill Gates. She wants to know what the true moral character of Bill Gates is. There's a lot of speculation. I happen to like Bill Gates. I think he's, but what do I know? Let's see. What's the true moral character of Bill Gates? And that'll tell us right then and there, if he's dirty dealing and wheeling or not. Okay, Renee? Because, like with Bill Barr, when he first came on the scene, a lot of people thought it was going to be great, but I just kept getting the moon. I mean, we just call now the moon card, the Billy Barr card, right? Bill Gates, different Bill. What is the true moral character of Bill Gates? Okay, repost that question in a few minutes. Ian McGrath, I'll answer that question. You put a Q in front of it. I'm not doing it for 10 minutes yet. All right, Bill Gates, what is the true moral character? All right, we're going to stop right there. he gets offered a lot of opportunities that he doesn't want to get involved in. So he chooses. And some things that he puts out there, some people don't want to try or listen to, because maybe they'd rather do a conspiracy theory. He doesn't. Okay. I don't know his astrological sign. It wouldn't surprise me if he was an Aquarian. Not that that's what the Temperance card has to do. That's just the vibe I'm getting off this. He likes to help other people, but he only wants to work on the projects that he wants to work on. All right, so we're looking. Bye, Stephen H. All right, so Temperance. He's done a lot. He's a very hard worker. He's always got his hand into one project or another. And he feels like he's trying to clean up the mess of others that don't want to do the work. And his challenge is to try to bring some balance. It's a pretty solid base. A hard-working base. That's the Wheel of Fortune. And his wheel went, woo! He really did good, and he really did. The wheel did, go straight up to the bottom, straight up to the top. Excuse me. Not everything he works on is a success. He's sort of struggling right now. Yes, he goes against a lot of opposition here. He gets attacked a lot. Needs to eat his Wheaties. He has a lot of hope and optimism for the future. This is the other big card of balance with the Star card, 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the land. The Temperance card, 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the land. He tries to bring energy to everything that he gets involved with. He doesn't stick with everything, though. There's only certain things. He's very selective. I think he's very picky at what he wants to go forward with. Okay. So in the hopes and fears, we have the Moon card. And I did mention that was the Billy Barr card. But that's in the hopes and fears. So he hopes he's not seen that way, and he's feared that he is seeing that way. I'm also going to say that he's got a good intuition with the Queen of Cups here. So he's very intuitive, and you'd have to be to come up with, some of those kind of ideas, right? So he's very intuitive. Hopefully he'll have a breakthrough right around this full moon tonight and tomorrow. He takes risks, but I'm not getting anything. This is in the hopes and fears. If this was the outcome card, that would be different, Renee, but that's in the hopes and fears. I'm getting pretty solid. I'm getting pretty solid background. He watches who he mixes with. He doesn't always work with the best people. He has some attitude issues. Okay. He does business all over the world. So is there anything as to why he got involved with Maxwell's sister? So I'm going to pull 3 on that. 1, 2, 3. It may have been a favor. It may have been somebody that he liked or thought he was doing good at, and then he ended up defending himself over it. So I'm still not getting nefarious things. Okay. You might not have liked the outcome of that. So I'm just not getting that, Renee. I do too. I do too, Jules. I know Trump smeared gates, so I'm not getting, I didn't get the 5 of Swords or the 7 of Swords. I did get the Moon, but it was in the hopes and fears. And it was next to the other big intuition card, the Queen of Cups. Okay. All right. So okay, Valeria, I will. Oh, that's interesting, Terry. So maybe it was with that Empress card there. Maybe it was that he was drawn to her or some from out of the mother. All right. Will Biden-Harris administration help Alexei Navalny to stay safe in the U.S.? I thought he was in Germany. Where is he? I don't know. Of course, they're going to help him. Okay. Yeah, they'll help him somehow. Germany, that's what I thought, Melissa. Thank you very much. Oh, Benny, where it did? Is that the one? Benny, is that the one down by Guatemala? All right, you guys, I have to get a little bit of water. Yes, thank you. Bananas are so nice. I know, but yeah, that was the next name on the list. We've gone through, we're all the way to N, and we haven't even hit September 11th yet. Or 10th, that's the mid season. Hang on, you guys. All right, I got water. All right, I'm ready for your questions. I think I'm finished with the political stuff. We've seen a lot happen. We know Kellyanne. Did I have a past life connection with a former coworker? Oh, you know what? I forgot to grab the piece of paper. Hang on just a second. Okay. Okay. Did Jules have a prior connection with a coworker? Sorry, you guys. Okay. But yeah, T-Barb is moderator and Larry Girl, and they would like for you to put a Q in front of your. All right. Please put a Q in front of your personal question. All right. Who had? Ian McGrath. You had a question. I forgot what it was. What was it? Ian, can you post your question again, Ian McGrath? Okay, Ken and Michelle. Will we move to a new home next year? Oh, okay. So Ian didn't actually have a question. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Will my daughter ever get married? Rhonda. Lori Kettle. Was that the question? Okay, Lori Kettle. Who burned down my cabin and why? Oh my God, I'm so sorry that happened. Thank you, Kenna. All right, that's the last question. Melissa Miller, and you're supposed to put a Q in front of your question. Oh, Benny, of course, your grandparents are fine on the other side. It's okay, Ian. I love your sense of humor. Thank you, Ken and Michelle. All right, Melissa wants to know, will my niece ever have children? All right, that's the questions for today. I have 5. So if you'd like to join me next time, I think I'm going to try to do Friday early. Okay, so let's see. Jules wants to know. So that's it for, if you want to stay with us. Ian, you didn't need to do that. Thank you. All right, so we're done with the political. We're going on to the. Thank you, Larry Girl. Thank you, Ian. All right, Jules, did he have a prior connection with this coworker that they feel this instant knowing? Oh man, Flea Little Piggy, please email me at the way of positive change with your question, and I will answer it. Okay, that's all for the questions. Thank you. All right, my stomach's growling. Need to get my lunch. Jules, prior connection with the coworker. Jules, prior connection with coworker. It was a little strange for both of you, actually. Yeah, you were not separate from that. Wow. It's like you need to see what you need to see. So there's a knowing, you know something about this person. So it's funny that you go from being, Jules, you go from being blindfolded to being not blindfolded in the justice card. Your rational mind tries to take over. Oops, rational mind, left side. So I'm going to say yes, but you didn't get along. You may have even had some sort of legal proceeding towards each other, which is really weird. So it's like, we've got the justice, the ruler card, the attorneys, the drama. You didn't like each other. Yeah. So this is a definite yes. There's issues, there's drama even around each other. Sometimes when you have an arch enemy or kindred soul, a soul mate can be your enemy, and then you could end up having to be, have a different relationship the next time around. So the answer is yes, but there's a battle and judgment and all kinds of craziness with this drama. Okay. There was a battle over control of who would do something, who wouldn't do something, what was given, what wasn't accepted, and the other people were involved, and it was a little on the crazy side. So the answer was yes. Yes, thanks to the moderators. Thank you, Jules. So it's yes, that's kind of weird. Were you expecting that? Let me know. That was a little weird. That was different. Okay. Rhonda, will my daughter ever marry? This is for Rhonda. You were not expecting that. It was weird. There's no other way for me to take that, though. That was interesting. No drama at all. But apparently there was some sort of legal problem, issue, something that happened before. Okay. That doesn't mean that you will pick up where you left off then, So the answer to the question is there was a prior connection, absolutely. Rhonda wants to know, will my daughter ever marry? Larry girl's getting it, Jules anymore. Get him, Larry girl. Okay, that's so true, though. Okay. So perhaps they'll work together this time. Will Rhonda's daughter ever marry? School started here in Florida, and the wraparound's starting to form up around my house. Okay, pickup line. This shows, Rhonda, Rhonda, daughter moving. She's trying to live her life. Now, she had somebody that had great feelings for her. This shows going to a new place, starting something new. I don't know about marriage so far yet, but this is a partnership. She has the whole world in front of her. She'll need to make the decision and say positive affirmations that this is what she wants. There's a ring. That's a yes. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. Okay. I don't know at what age, but you asked ever. Yes. You're very welcome. All right. Ken and Michelle. Will Ken and Michelle move to a new home next year? So by the end of 2021. And if you'd like to have a reading with me, email me at thewayofpositivechange@gmail for the $25 special. Ken and Michelle, will they move into a new home next year by the end of 2021? Yes or no, please. Ken and Michelle. Looking. Researching, looking online. Now, this is very interesting, Ken and Michelle. Now, I remember your name, and I think I've read for you, but I don't remember what the reading was about. You would need to approach a certain situation that you don't want to tackle in order to get you there. This is the challenge card. You have to do something that you wouldn't really necessarily want to do, or pretend you don't have to, or it will magically appear if you don't address the situation that you're going to need to. All right. You want the change. It's been painful not having the change. You want a family and people around. You're getting closer. This is getting closer, but this is still not quite steady enough. You have to take control, and you have to, the challenge is to take baby steps. You know, sometimes you just have to do, you have to, if you're going clothes shopping, you have to actually take in 2 pieces of clothing to try them on, you know, so you have to move forward. Sweep out your house. It's a full moon. Sweep out your house, sage, give gratitude for the ones you've already had. And I'm going to say that there's so many things for you to choose from, and you're not completely committed to the idea. You're getting closer, but there's still so many things. You have to make a commitment to making this, you know, the priority, and you're just not quite there yet. Now, you can change this. You can change this if you address this 2 of Swords and you address the problem, situations, or barriers, or uncomfortable situations, or making some change in an area that you didn't want to make a change in order to get to making it a priority. There's still an uncertainty here, but you can change it. So, and you are getting closer. Check in with your beliefs of what you think has to happen first, and be willing to address, you know, if we really want that change, we got to make a commitment to addressing the certain situations around it. It doesn't happen exactly because you're not quite ready, but these 2 cups here mean you've got chances. There's years of goodness coming if you will make a commitment, address the situations that need to be addressed, that you don't want to, you know, rock the boat, and you'll get there more quickly if that's your true desire. Okay, so Ken and Michelle, I have to tell you what's there. You've got work to do to make it happen. You're welcome. Okay. Lori wanted to know who burned down her cabin and why. Who burned down Lori Kettle's cabin, and why? Who burned down Lori Kettle's cabin and why? That's kind of 2 questions, but let me see what I get. Lori Kettle, email me at thewayofpositivechange@gmail and ask me that question again. And when I am puppy sitting this weekend, I'll look at this at a couple of different other angles for you. This is someone that wasn't emotionally stable. And they're younger. Okay, so it's a younger person. Now, that doesn't mean it's a little. It can just be a little person to you. So it could be someone actually younger than you. Doesn't mean that they're like 10. But it could be. Wow. Okay. I'm getting that this was kids playing, a younger person playing, or just not watching what they were doing. I mean, you're certainly looking for them, but I'm getting this was somebody that just wasn't paying attention to what they were doing. And it's somebody younger. It's helpful that we know the person wasn't exactly emotionally stable, but this means they just perhaps were not acknowledging what could happen. Or they could have been, playing like the son. This is you looking for the person. But I'm not getting, okay, so it could have been 2 or 3 people, but it was one person, I think, just not paying attention. For sure. There may have been other people around. There'll be work done on this. Not getting really terrible cards around it. So that's encouraging. Thank you, Larry girl. Okay. All right. And Renee, the next time you and I talk, we'll look at that other question about Maxwell and what's his face. All right, Melissa, will my niece ever have children? Lori, I don't think anyone meant to hurt you. If that helps you in your soul, I don't think anyone meant to hurt you. Okay. Melissa wants to know if her niece will ever have children. You're welcome, Jules. That was a weird reading, but it was cool. Will my niece ever have children? There's more work to be done with that, Lori. That could actually end up being okay in the end. Will my niece ever have children? There's problems. She's not dedicated to that. She's got a lot of other stuff going on. 5 of Wands on its side. She says negative things to herself. Her self-talk isn't good. She's concerned about how much it will cost. I'm not sure if she's thought about fertility treatments. Lori Kettle, if you didn't write it down, it's under the description of every video that I do. There's a child on the bottom here. This looks like there's a doctor involved with this. She'd have to pay. This shows that there's a decision to be made, money to be paid. There's a ongoing situation and a doctor that will be in charge of this. I'm not getting any pages up here, though. I do have a child on the bottom. It's not out of the question. I'm going to have to pick these up and shuffle again. I'll shuffle one more time, Melissa. One more time. Will Melissa's niece get pregnant and have a child? Will Melissa's okay. All right. So maybe that's just her judgment, or maybe that even she doesn't even know that she would have to get a doctor to help her. Let me just ask, will Melissa's niece ever give birth to a child? Thank you, T-Bar. You guys remember to do your gratitude list. If you want something new, give thanks for what you've already had. My gratitude list always includes you guys. She's afraid, Melissa, and she strays from the idea. She will think about it. She just too worried. I'm still not getting. She comes very close during the time of Aquarius. This is the Aquarian card. She may help someone that's already here, but I'm not really seeing a child coming out of a childbirth. I'm going to say that she helps a child that's already born, already birthed. Okay? Good. Ian McGrath, you're so funny. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I will try to come on Friday. I think I can make that happen before I start my Grand for Baby duties. They're going on a huge fishing tournament, and my daughter-in-law and some of the other women that she works with, their husbands are also going to the same tournament. It's a big hoo-ha. It's a $10,000 prize. So I'm going to go watch Captain and Sailor, two big black labradoodles. They're just Labradors. They're not Labradoodles. Two big black labs. All right, you guys. Thanks again. Email me at thewayofpositivechange@gmail.com if you'd like to have a private reading with me, the $25 introductory. Remember to sage and stay balanced. Watch, sweep out your house and do gratitude lists. Okay, you guys. Much love to you. Take care. And thanks again. Larry Girl, T-Barb, Jules. Thanks.